Just a minute. Yes, you can see on the screen here. This is the year which is divided into 6 seasons. The year is divided into 6 seasons. So, which are the 6 seasons? You know, in a year, there are 365 days, or we can say 1 year. And it takes 1 year to revolve around the sun. And it's because of the revolution of the earth, we have seasons on the earth. It is because of the revolution, we have seasons on the earth. And these seasons are divided into 6. That means we have 12 months. So each season will be of how many months? 6 seasons, we have 12 months. Unmute and answer. How many months? One season will be of how many months?
2 months.
Very good.
2 months.
So one season will be of 2
2
months.
months. 2 months.
Okay, now mute yourself. Okay, now 2 months. So which are the seasons? Vasant, Grishma, then we have Varsha, Sharad, then we have Hemant over here, and last is Shishir. Again, I'll repeat. The 6 months are, the 6 seasons are Vasant, Grishma, Varsha means rainy season, which is going on now. The June and July months, these 2 months are of rainy season. Sharad, Hemant, and Shishir. Okay, so these are the six seasons. And this 6 seasons, one season is of 2 months. Grishma means your summer season. The summer season, we can say April and May. Grishma. Varsha, June and July. Sharad, August and September. October and November, Hemant. December and January, Shishir. February and March, Vasant. You will have a poem also in Hindi. Vasanta Aya, Naye Naye Phoolon ko Laya. Okay. So this is the Vasant season. In this picture, you can see the sun, the moon, and the earth. So the sun is revolving around the earth. The sun is not revolving directly around the sun. The moon is revolving around the earth, and the earth is revolving around the sun. So again, I'll repeat, the moon is revolving around the earth, and the earth is revolving around the sun. That means indirectly, the moon is revolving around the earth, indirectly. But directly, as moon is a satellite of the earth, it is revolving around the earth. So the moon, while rotating around itself, revolves around the earth, and the earth also revolves around the sun. Now look at these 3 pictures. In this picture, you can see the sun, the moon, and the earth. Boys, it is not necessary that every day these 3 will be in a straight line. They cannot be in one straight line daily. They will only come twice a month. Straight line. Okay? In the same plane. See, when they come in recently solar eclipse happened. That day what happened? These three will be, this three will be in a straight line and in the same plane. The plane should also be the same and line should be straight. Then only eclipses occur. But what happens here? Not necessary that the sun, the moon and the earth will always be in a straight line. In your school, when you walk on the black line, all the students, not necessary that you are walking one behind the other very much straight. You can be on a black line, but little bit your footsteps will go here and there. Same thing happens with these three. So the sun, the moon and the earth are not always in a straight line. In this picture, you can see the earth and you can see the moon. We live on the earth. So imagine that you are here and when you see the night sky, you can see the moon. But this part of the moon, you cannot see the complete moon from the earth. Now imagine, see, you are not able to see the complete moon from the earth. You can see only one side of the moon which faces the earth. The reason is what? We can see only one side of the moon which faces the earth, not the complete moon. The reason is, you know what is the rotation period and revolution period of the earth? They are different. Rotation 24 hours, revolution 365 days. Both the duration time is different, but it is not with the earth. With the moon, the moon's rotation and revolution period, both are same. Means it takes the same time to rotate and revolve around the earth. The moon's timing for revolution and rotation is the same, and that is the reason we can always see only one side of the moon from the earth. Next. In this picture, you can see the moon, but you can see a very bright moon. You can see the lighted part of the moon. But as I told you in the first lesson, boys, moon doesn't have its own light. So this illuminated part, lighted part of the moon is how? It is because of what? Unmute yourself and answer.
Teacher, sun.
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 It's the
Sun.
rays of the sun,
Sun.
the moon. So again you can mute yourself. So the moon does not have its own light. The moon does not have its own light. We can see the moon only because of the sun's light. I prefer to mute the students. Cannot unmute. Again, I'll go to the screen. So we can see only one side of the moon which faces the earth, and one more thing, the light which we can see of the moon is only because of the rays of the sun. Next. As I told you, what happens on a, you can see this lighted part of the moon. This full moon is lighted, illuminated. So this moon we can see in the dark sky, in the night sky, one day. So when you can see the complete illuminated moon, it is known as a full moon night, because you can see the full moon illuminated, full moon lighted part. So that day, night is known as a full moon night. And when you cannot see the moon in the sky, that time it is a new moon night. I will come to that point ahead. So this is a full moon day. We can say full moon night, which can be seen in the sky. Full, complete, illuminated moon. Now, how that moon is illuminated, you can see. This is the earth. And when you look from the earth, you can see only one side of the moon. So, the rays of the sun on the top here, the rays of the sun are falling on the moon. The rays of the sun are falling on the moon, and that's why we can see the complete moon which is illuminated. But we can see only one part. This is a full moon night. Now look here, this human figure you can see, cartoon character I have put here. This is we. That means this is our earth. We are standing on the earth. And when you look at the sky, this is the moon. So when you are looking at the sky, what can you see? You can see the darker part of the moon. Means you cannot see the moon in the sky. So the night when you cannot see the complete moon in the sky, you cannot see the moon in the sky, it is a new moon night, Amavasya. And when you can see the complete moon, illuminated part, it is full moon night, Purnima. Okay, this happens after every 14 to 15 days. So here also you can see this darker part of the moon. You are not able to see from the earth. You cannot see the moon in the sky from the earth. So when you cannot see, it is a new moon night. But boys, let me tell you, stars, moon, everything is there in the sky. Daytime also and nighttime also. The only thing, we cannot see it from the earth. This is another picture to show you how it looks when you see the sky. I am not talking about full moon now. I am talking about new moon. New moon means you cannot see the moon in the sky. So this is the darker part of the moon. This is what you can see on the new moon night, Amavasya day. This is an animation of how it happens daily. We can say this is the phases of the moon. Phase, the shade. The moon gets covered slowly. And when you can see the complete full lighted part, it is a full moon. This is darker part, it's a new moon.
Not a new moon.
So what you have to study now means we have to see the shades of the moon, phases of the moon. Again, there is noise from one of the students, so I have stopped the share. I'll go on the screen. You have to unmute and answer, boys, now. That in these 4 pictures, which is this moon? The lighted one or it is not illuminated one? Come on, tell me. Unmute and answer. It's a full moon.
Full moon.
Huh?
Full moon.
Very good.
Full moon.
Full moon. And this one? The last one?
New
moon. Means you cannot see the moon in the sky. Correct?
New moon. New moon. New moon.
Okay, now
New moon. New moon.
mute yourself. Now see what happens. From full moon till the new moon. This moon is slowly getting covered. It is becoming dark. Here it is more darker. The lighted part is very less. And one day comes where you cannot see the moon. So we have to study the phases of the moon. What happens from one full moon till the new moon? From one full moon to the new moon, what happens? So It takes 14 to 15 days. So let's go ahead and see what happens. See this picture? Imagine
थंडी आवाज येते
Himanshu Salvi.
बंद कशाला केलं?
Himanshu Salvi,
Yes, teacher.
please mute yourself. See here, boys. In this picture, you can see that this is the Earth. And when you are standing on the Earth, how the moon will look like to you? This is the moon. These are all moons which are around. So when you are on the Earth, how can you see the moon? See here, this is the darker moon. That means that day you cannot see the moon in the sky. New moon night it is. You cannot see the moon. But slowly, look at this picture. In this picture, you can see the complete moon. No. Here you can see a little part is being lighted. And when you go ahead, you can see in this picture, half part of the moon is lighted. So it's a new moon. And we have the waxing crescent. The first quarter, waxing gibbous means here you can see the lighted part is becoming more. And here it comes when it is the full moon. So period from new moon to full moon, 14 to 15 days. The waxing moon. The period from full moon to the new moon. Full moon to the new moon. Again 14 to 15 days. But it is a waning moon. Here the lighted part is becoming more and you can see the lighted moon. So it is a waxing period. But from full moon till the new moon, that the full moon is getting right now. It is a waning moon. It is a waning moon. So from one new moon till full moon, Shukla Paksh. And from full moon to new moon, Krishna Paksh. Yeah, Shukla Paksh and Krishna Paksh. The waxing moon and the waning moon. Waxing moon till the full moon. And waning moon from full moon to the new moon. Wait, I'll stop the share. There are some students not muting themselves and the background music is coming from the house. So in this picture, what we studied, that from new moon till full moon, 14 to 15 days. And from full moon to new moon, again 14 to 15 days. But now tell me, boys, please observe and think. From one new moon till the next new moon, how many days? Answer.
8 days.
15 days.
Think and answer. Please answer properly. See, I
8 days.
no.
7 days.
No.
7 days. Teacher, 8 days.
15 days. 15 days.
Wait a minute. I'm muting you. Again, I'll explain that. Again, I'll explain you that. I told you from one new moon night till the full moon night, 15 days. 14 to 15 days. And from one full moon till the new moon, again 14 to 15 days. Okay. 14 to 15 days. Here 14 to 15 days. Half I'm talking about. New moon to full moon. But I asked you the question. From one new moon till the next new moon, how many days?
30
days. 15 days.
30 days.
15 days. 30 days. 30 days.
30 days. 30 days.
Okay, mute yourself.
30 days.
So, 28 to 30 days from one new moon to another new moon, from one full moon to another full moon. 20 to 30 days. But if you break it from one new moon to full moon, Amavasya to Purnima, 14 to 15 days. Shaurya, Deepraj, your mic is on mute. Shaurya, Deepraj. Okay, boys. See, as I explained you what happens. This is a calendar. Now, this calendar is not a normal calendar what we follow. This calendar is on the basis of the phases of the moon. Your new moon, Amavasya. From that day, it is counted. So, from new moon till the full moon. Here you can see here. From new moon till the full moon, 14 to 15 days. And again from this to again new moon, 14 to 15 days. So this is a lunar month. This is a lunar calendar. Depends on the phases of the moon. From one Amavasya, from one new moon to the next new moon. Or from one full moon to the next full moon. These are the days how they are counted on the phases of the moon. This calendar was followed when during the Shivaji Maharaj time. They used to follow this calendar, the lunar calendar, lunar month. This is known as the lunar month. And this is a lunar calendar. So, new moon, you can see a full moon and again new moon. Okay, I'll show you every day in this calendar. This is a day. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Every day of the lunar month is known as Tithi. Pratham Tithi, Dvitiya Tithi, second number, third number, Tritiya Tithi. Okay, that way. So every day of the lunar month is known as Tithi. This is another calendar just for an example for you to see how it happens. See, this is a new moon. New moon, it starts from here. New moon starts from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you come here at the 15th day, you will have a full moon here. Again, waning. After full moon, it wanes. Again, till when you come here on the 30th year conjunction, again a new moon. So this is a lunar calendar of 30 days. One new moon to the next new moon, or one full moon to the next full moon. And every day of the lunar month is called a Tithi. From one full moon, from one new moon to the full moon, waxing moon. From one full moon to the new moon, waning moon. Shukla Paksh and Krishna Paksh. Now look here. This I have already explained you. I explained you just now. From one new moon till the full moon, new moon to full moon. When you cannot see the moon and when you can see the moon. Waxing moon, it is known as the waxing period. Waxing moon, 14 to 15 days. From one full moon to the next new moon, it is known as a waning moon. This is a Krishna Paksh, Shukla Paksh. So, when you add these, you have already given answer for this. When you add these 14 to 15 days, and when you add the waxing moon and waning moon together, it will come to 30 days. It is a lunar month. And boys, always remember, on our earth is rotating around its axis rotation. So when rotation takes place, we have day and night on the earth. So day and night occurrence on the earth is because of the rotation of the earth. And the cycle of seasons, at the start we studied about the seasons. The cycle of seasons on the earth is because of the revolution of the earth. So rotation, revolution, cycle of seasons. We have different seasons on the earth is because of the revolution of the earth around the sun. Now that's the end of your lesson. And after the lesson ends, you have the glossary and question and answers. So I thought I'll explain you one. The question is given in your textbook. I need to explain it. Our earth rotates from west to east. The sun rises in the east. That everyone knows. The sun rises in the east. Now see this map of India. There's one question to y'all. Some places are given from India. Some states are given. Then they have asked, where will be the sunrise first? Where it will happen? So this is the map of India. North direction, north, south, west and east. North, south, west and east. So in the eastern parts of India, eastern states of India, we will have the sunrise first. So how there will be sunrise? It will be from east. So Itanagar in Arunachal Pradesh will get first sunrise. Then there will be sunrise in West Bengal, Kolkata. That is Kolkata in West Bengal. Then the sunrise will be at Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh. In Maharashtra, it will be in Nagpur first, sunrise. And lastly, at the last, it will be Mumbai. The sunrise will be in Mumbai. So this question, it will be easy for you to understand because I showed you here the sun rises in the east and how it will come to the west. Slowly it will be coming from east to west this way. Okay, boys, did you understand the lesson?
Teacher.
Okay. Do you have
Yes, teacher.
any question?
Yes, teacher.
You have a question. Come on, tell me your
Yes,
name and
teacher.
ask me a question. Yes, tell me your name. You don't have any questions?
Teacher, there is note for lesson number 1 and 2.
Child, for lesson number 1, I've already given you. I've already shared the YouTube link. And
Yes, teacher.
yeah, and for lesson number 2, listen, for lesson number 2, I am sharing the link today. I'll share you the link today. You have to complete the notes. One more thing, you have to give the online